This one family moves to town. It's a mom and her kids, and all of a sudden it's trash day, and they noticed, wait a minute, somebody put away my garbage can after the trash people came.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But what in the world?
It didn't happen one day. It happened the next week. It happened the week after that. Thursday is garbage day, and after the sanitation workers come by, somebody puts away their garbage can. Turns out it's just not them. But it's for 2 miles on this one street. Every garbage can is put away.
Well, it's probably part of the service.
No.
Oh.
No, you take care of your own trash. You put it out the road, you put it back. But for some reason, they're back in the garage or wherever they put their garbage can.
I'd almost hate to ask the question just in case it stopped.
What? You're right. It's like, okay, I don't want this.
I don't want to mess with it.
So this family that just moved to this street, the mom said, okay, I'm going to sit out on the porch and just wait. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, she sees this guy on a bicycle ride up. He's an older gentleman, elderly. He's in his 70s. Mm-hmm. Gets off his bike, takes the garbage can, puts it in her garage.
He's doing it from the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what?
He lives a couple of streets over. His name is Dick. He's 75 years old. And he decided, I'm just going to put away everybody's garbage cans. I need something to do. And he does it. A nice little simple act of kindness.
I wonder how many streets he takes care of. How many blocks?
At least this 2-mile stretch.
That's a lot of trash cans.
That is a lot of trash cans, but that's how he spends his Thursday.
I wonder if he wants to move to my neighborhood.
Where there's only like 3 houses on the street?
You know what? It's okay. We'll welcome you with open arms.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Haley, Kayla, and Brittany thought they would take their kids out to lunch one afternoon. They like to get together and have all the kids, just run off their energy and do their thing. So they were out. They were having some fun. They decided to go to a restaurant. They have quite a few kids between them. 3 moms. You might think they had 10 kids between them. They have 25 kids between the 3 of them. They're foster families.
Oh, cool.
So they're in this restaurant, and I'm sure the kids were being a little rambunctious. I mean, that's what kids do. And so there was a woman that was kind of listening to the 3 moms talk to each other. And they were talking about their role as foster moms and foster families. So this woman's heart was so touched, she told the waiter, you know what? I'm going to take care of their bill. Now, I did the math, and I'm not real good at math, but $5 a piece. If they just spent $5 a piece, you're over $120 with tax, tip, and all that stuff, right?
Where were they again?
Oh, right, exactly. They were just at a little Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
I'm thinking $10 a piece, minimum, plus tax, tip. So I'm thinking several $100s that this woman's heart was just so touched that they were giving foster kids families, this many foster kids families, that she just wanted to do something nice for them.
Between 3 moms.
3 moms. They have 25 kids. 21 were at this lunch.
That's amazing.
25 kids between 3 of them that they are in constant care of right now.
What wonderful families to give away love like that.
Just
and
freely.
Take these children in who just need something,
And I also love the fact that they have a support system with each other, because with that many kids doing what they're doing, they need it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I know. Getting in to where you're going this morning can be rough on the road,
Oh,
right?
it can be frustrating, for sure.
Found some hacks for you. Found some good hacks. And I wonder if Liz does any of these. Like, one is to have a smell of a calming scent. For some reason, I feel that Liz might have one of those trees hanging off of her little mirror.
No.
No?
I absolutely do not like those things at all.
Some of them do stink.
Yeah, my son loves them. I will not put them in my car. The ones that fit into your air vent, nope. I don't want
You
them
don't
in
even
my
know
car.
those,
I
huh?
don't do anything. And I mean, scents, I like, nice scents, but that's not something that actually makes me
New
happy.
car smell does it for me. I just love the new car smell. And I will get those things to put in the vent as long as it's the authentic new car smell.
Well, the new car smell is because it's a new car. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's nice. Big, deep breaths, they say.
Right.
Well, that makes a
That
lot of
works.
sense. And the one I like is catch up with a loved one offline, meaning just Bluetooth in your phone and talk to somebody on the way home.
Right. Or, connect with those that are in your vehicle. Because sometimes, they're on their phones and you're driving and you get road rage a little bit, and not in a bad way, just frustrated.
Well, I don't mind my kid in the back seat being on some kind of game.
Why?
Because there's always that question, and you know what the question is.
Are we there yet?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Oh, no. Looks like some favorite restaurants are shrinking. Not disappearing completely, but some are closing up some stores.
Yeah, I've seen this with some of the stores like Ruby Tuesday. I know that there used to be a couple in the city where I live, and now they're not there anymore. There's one, in our area, but not as many.
There's one?
There's just one that I know
Really?
of that's left.
Because they were all over the place.
3 or 4 that I knew of, and now I know that there is just one.
Golden Corral? Gone?
Really? Now, I haven't seen them closing down in my
Really?
Mm-mm.
Some of them are going.
Wow.
Not all of them. Some of them are golden. Ponderosa, which I haven't seen one of those in ages anyway.
I didn't know they were still around.
Bonanza Steakhouses, which I haven't seen those in ages
In
either.
decades,
Not at least
probably.
around here. Steak and Shake. Some of those are going.
Didn't know that.
Quiznos. And sadly, Fuddruckers.
Really?
Not all of them, just a few.
Okay. I will say, just piggybacking off of that, I saw a Quincy's. Quincy's I had not seen in years and years, and I forget even where I was. We were traveling, and I was like, there's a Quincy's.
What is that?
in the world? It's like a Ponderosa, Bonanza.
It's a steakhouse?
Ryan's. It's kind of like that.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a steakhouse, but
yeah.
a buffet?
Yeah, well, sort of. I think you could order, but then they also had like the salad bar and all that.
Oh,
stuff as
okay. Well, like a Ruby Tuesday.
No, Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby
To
Tuesday
me-
has the salad bar.
Yeah, but Ruby Tuesday to me is different
How's it different?
than Quincy's. So Quincy's, you would go in. Ruby Tuesday, you go in, you get a table or a booth. They come, they take your order. Quincy's, Ryan's, Ponderosa, that kind of thing. You stood in line, ordered what you wanted, and then got your food. So it's a little bit different as far as that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was on the way to Wilmington. That's where we saw the Quincy's.
Nice.
Yeah. So those old, do those bring back memories of your family, like loading up in the car and going to these steakhouses and?
Oh, yeah. Back of the pickup truck, no seatbelts. Sure.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Evidently, Liz Riles, his morning crew, she likes Quincy's. It's a steak house kind of thing, but
Yeah.
it has some kind of salad bar or something in there that you said is completely different from Ruby Tuesdays.
Yes.
I don't see a difference.
It was more like a Ryan's, if you're familiar with a Ryan's.
Yeah,
Kinda
but
like-
that's a buffet.
Well, no, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No, it has
Yes,
a hot bar.
it is.
It is not.
You go in, and there's a whole buffet at Ryan's, just like Golden Corral.
But you can also order like a hamburger, or you could order a steak or salmon or
But
something
why,
like that.
when you got this big buffet in
Well,
front of
I
you
never-
that has the same stuff on it that you
I-
just said to order?
I understand that completely, but sometimes people would. But
So
you know,
Quincy's is a buffet.
no, it's not. Oh my goodness!
Sounds like it.
Russell said they used to go to Quincy's every
Yeah?
Christmas Eve. It was like a family tradition. The whole family on Christmas
Oh, you just
Eve.
texted that in?
Yes, just
on
texted.
Christmas Eve.
Yes,
That's interesting.
I know.
Gary's here at 800-447-7234. What's up, Gary?
Liz mentioned Quincy's. There's a Quincy's in Florence. She said she saw it on the way to Wilmington, so that's probably where it was. But I was just thinking about Quincy's for years. Back in the day, my wife and I ate at Quincy's every Friday night without fail. So when you said that about Quincy's, brought back real memories.
How'd that start on Friday nights for you two?
The Quincy's was right next door to the bank. So, we'd run by the bank on Friday and, hey, why don't we just run into Quincy's? And it just started from there, and it just kept going for years. It got to the point where we could walk in the door, and the folks, they knew our names, and they'd say, you want the usual?
Gary, what did you guys order every time you went in there?
Mine was the large sirloin with baked potato and salad, and hers was either the beef tip or the petite sirloin with baked potato and salad.
What was yours, Liz?
Oh, mine was definitely the sirloin, I would think. But I was a kid when I went, so it's probably involved mac and cheese.
Don't forget the Heinz 57 sauce.
Yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Old guy, he's in his Mini Cooper, and I should say elderly gentleman. He's in his 80s. Anyway, he's in his Mini Cooper, and he's just driving along. And evidently, he does something wrong. He's either speeds or he runs a stop sign. I don't know what happened.
Got pulled over,
Pulled over. Police pulled him over. License and registration. He's like, well, here it is. I don't have a license. Oh, has it run out? Did you forget to go? Never had one. He started driving at 12 years old. He's never had a driver's license.
How do you get away with that?
Because he's never been stopped ever in his entire life.
Not until he was 84, huh?
84 years old. And again, I don't know what he did wrong, but police are going to give him some sort of citation. They haven't really announced what they're giving him yet. If it's going to be a ticket or I would think, I mean, that's a lot of years. That's 72 plus years.
And he just didn't care to get one. It's like, I never get stopped. I obey the law. But you're supposed to have a license.
Yeah, and that may be it. He just thought, well, I didn't have one at 12, and I never took the time.
Why do I need one now?
Right, I was already working. I was working on the family farm or whatever the case was, and just never went and got it. But I think he's going to have to get one now, and an eye test.
If I tried that, I always get caught. If I go like 2 miles over the speed limit, who's pulled over? Even though there's millions of people passing me on the interstate, I get pulled over. I have to obey the law because I'm the one who gets pulled over.
Is it, well, the color of your car, what is your car? Well, like
it's
white?
White.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because they say that if you're in a red car.
I'm not.
It gets pulled over, or a sports car.
It's not a sports car.
Yeah. I've gotten pulled over quite a few times in my lifetime. I've only gotten a couple of tickets. Just like 2 out of maybe. I got stopped when I was in a Mrs. Santa Claus outfit once.
And?
Well, I told him if he gave me a ticket that he was only getting coal for Christmas, so he probably better not do that.
And?
He gave me a you didn't sign your registration thing, and I did.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Old guy, he's in his Mini Cooper, and I should say elderly gentleman. He's in his 80s. Anyway, he's in his Mini Cooper, and he's just driving along. And evidently, he does something wrong. He's either speeds or he runs a stop sign. I don't know what happened.
Got pulled over,
Pulled over. Police pulled him over. License and registration. He's like, well, here it is. I don't have a license. Oh, has it run out? Did you forget to go? Never had one. He started driving at 12 years old. He's never had a driver's license.
How do you get away with that?
Because he's never been stopped ever in his entire life.
Not until he was 84, huh?
84 years old. And again, I don't know what he did wrong, but police are going to give him some sort of citation. They haven't really announced what they're giving him yet. If it's going to be a ticket or I would think, I mean, that's a lot of years. That's 72 plus years.
And he just didn't care to get one. It's like, I never get stopped. I obey the law. But you're supposed to have a license.
Yeah, and that may be it. He just thought, well, I didn't have one at 12, and I never took the time.
Why do I need one now?
Right, I was already working. I was working on the family farm or whatever the case was, and just never went and got it. But I think he's going to have to get one now, and an eye test.
If I tried that, I always get caught. If I go like 2 miles over the speed limit, who's pulled over? Even though there's millions of people passing me on the interstate, I get pulled over. I have to obey the law because I'm the one who gets pulled over.
Is it, well, the color of your car, what is your car? Well, like
it's
white?
White.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because they say that if you're in a red car.
I'm not.
It gets pulled over, or a sports car.
It's not a sports car.
Yeah. I've gotten pulled over quite a few times in my lifetime. I've only gotten a couple of tickets. Just like 2 out of maybe. I got stopped when I was in a Mrs. Santa Claus outfit once.
And?
Well, I told him if he gave me a ticket that he was only getting coal for Christmas, so he probably better not do that.
And?
He gave me a you didn't sign your registration thing, and I did.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Carol's along with us at 800-447-7234. Carol, I understand there's something new in your life. What is that?
I just started a job that I'm the only one in the office, and so I have my little radio, clock radio there yesterday, and I'm like trying to find a channel. Gotta have some music. And his radio came on. I went, wait, what? I've been looking for a station like this. Wait a minute. And so I've been listening to it ever since yesterday, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Carol, welcome to the family. I'm so glad you found us.
Absolutely.
Well, I moved here from Topeka, Kansas over a year ago, and it has just, I've been trying to find a Christian radio station. And like I said, in the country, it's kind of hard to get a good signal. So I really love it, and I love y'all's show. I love it. I love this station. I was listening to it yesterday on the way home. I'm listening to it this morning as I'm eating breakfast.
You are the bestest.
I don't think I've been told that in a very, very long time.
Well, you are. You take that to the bank.
All right, I will. Thank you guys so much.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Whatever happened to Tam? He was such a good guy back in high school and college. Whatever happened to him? Oh, she found him on Facebook. And then it was amore. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, they went to high school together and they dated. I guess she was 14, he was 16, and they dated all through high school. And then he left and went to the University of Georgia. And so they lost track with each other. And 15 years goes by and they had not found, the one. And so I guess she was pining for Tam. She never, ever let him out of her heart. A love like that is so cool. So she tracked him down. She did through Facebook, and they started talking just through messages and then texts and phone calls. They fell in love or continued their love, got married, and now they have a kid.
And that's something. They're like their 40s now.
Yeah, but she tracked him down. And I hear that people do that. I had a friend that I wanted to connect with, and I tracked her down through Facebook years ago, and then our kids ended up playing baseball together, which was super cool. But to be able to have a connection with someone in a relationship like that you cannot let go of.
Yeah, I have a friend who actually wrote a book because of his encounter like that.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Was it like a love story or a friendship? Or
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I haven't read the book. I know he wrote it.
Okay. But it's about that whole relationship.
It's about that, yeah.
That relationship you just can't let go of. I know there's more stories like that of people that can't let the relationship go. They track that person down. Maybe it's even like a biological parent or something.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit.
It does.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Rachel texted and said, my grandmother met the love of her life in the 1940s, but their families didn't approve of each other, and so they got married to somebody else. But she said 40 years later, his wife had passed on, and she went to see him. And the last thing he told her before he passed away was that he loved her.
Really? That is a story.
That I would love to hear
Right.
that love story, yeah.
Steven's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Steven?
My wife and I met in the 5th grade at boarding school in Africa, in Kenya. We were high school sweethearts in the 11th and 12th grade, and then we broke up. I went back to New Zealand, where I'm from, and she went to college in Texas, and we kind of lost track of each other for about 4 years. And then one day I got an email from her. We rekindled our friendship, and then I was living in Australia at the time. And I called my dad, who was in Africa, and said, I think this is the one. And he said, you better go find out. So I booked my flight to the U.S. and surprised her for her graduation from college. And one thing led to another. We decided to get married, and 3 kids, 21 years later, we're still happily married.
Stephen, this is like a movie.
Yeah, it is kind of like a movie. We always say we should write a book or something.
Well, so many questions. I mean, you're born in Africa, met her in boarding school. You guys separate into different continents across the globe. And then I'm like curious, when did you know it was love?
I told my mom in high school that this is the one I wanted to marry. She kind of laughed it off. Really, After high school, I kind of went away from God and just abandoned my faith, and God drew me back to Himself, and I had always had her in the back of my mind as someone I just admired and loved, because she was such a strong woman of faith. Even in high school, she just sought after God, and it was just something that drew my heart to her. So.
God was preparing you for her.
He sure was. And man, this is a movie. Liz is right.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Go off to a thrift store. You see a chair. You go, that looks okay. I'll get that. This one in particular chair that somebody bought for $7 was Just a thin thing. It's made out of wood and wicker.
Yeah. Just looks like a regular wicker chair.
And it's a really high back, too, so it had some character to it.
Sure.
Turns out it was something because they sold it at an auction for $21,000.
What in the world? $7 chair. I could walk into a thrift store every day the rest of my life, never run into anything worth
I
that
know,
kind of money.
right? I don't have anything that's worth something like that.
I don't either. I mean, I have heirlooms that have sentimental value, but I don't think of any actual.
Have you
real-
tried?
You know, I've thought about doing, what is it, like traveling roadshow or whatever that thing
That
is
antiques
called.
thing.
Yes,
An antique show,
exactly.
yeah.
Because I do have a couple of pieces like from a great grandparent, but they would tell me, it's just glass. It's not worth anything. Okay.
It's just glass.
Like it doesn't mean anything except
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, just fine china.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I'm glad I have those things. I have some dessert dishes from my great grandmother.
That's got to be worth something. Come on,
I
it's
think
gotta be
it's
worth
only
something.
worth something to me. I really do. We didn't come from much of anything as far as being able to buy something really nice back then. I don't know.
Take it to those guys that own that pawn shop that have a TV show.
What's that thing called? Pickers, American Pickers, or something
No,
like that? Is that?
I don't like to say the name of it because it sounds like a different name.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know what. 'Cause I
Pawn,
don't-
there's pawn, and then I'm going to say a few
Gotcha.
words in
Okay,
between.
I got you.
Ends with stars, and I don't
got
like
you.
saying those two words
Exactly.
together because somebody thinks I'm saying something different.
Exactly. But yeah, take it to a pawn shop where they could, or that
That pawn
kind of
shop
thing.
that has a
Yeah.
TV show where the bald guy goes, oh, yeah, this is it. And it gives you the whole history behind the piece. How they know all this history behind all this random stuff is amazing.
There's some people that just know that they can look at something and go, okay, that's from the whatever period of time, Elizabethan era, and it's going to be worth this much.
And then they
But-
call in an expert, and then it's worth nothing.
Well,
Or it's worth a lot of money, but then they don't get what they want out of it.
yeah, but great grandma's dessert dishes, it means a lot to me.
Yeah, priceless, right?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Why'd you look? You should have looked. Don't look. Please, don't. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
I don't understand it. We're in the studio, and Ninja's like, yay! Got a toaster. I was like, did somebody bring a toaster in here? Like,
What happened, Ninja?
I'm looking at my registry on Target and
She's getting married.
and seeing what people have already bought.
You're not supposed to do that.
no.
But I don't know who actually bought it. I can just see what they have gotten off
Oh,
the
you
list.
don't? Oh, don't. What's the most expensive thing so far that you've gotten?
A vacuum cleaner.
You're welcome.
Ooh, that's nice.
You're welcome.
Right, okay. No,
very
she
nice.
will eventually know.
Oh,
who's
she'll
giving
find
it to-
out. Oh,
But
okay.
my daughter did this when she was getting married, and then when she had baby showers, she would, I don't know if they get notification. Do you get a notification when somebody buys something for you, Ninja? Is that how it works?
Just on Amazon, but the other.
Hide it. Oh,
That's what
come
why
on.
do you want the surprise?
How is this going to, you go to open them on your wedding day. You already know what you get.
Well, the first shower is on Saturday, and I'm just.
So why can't you
curiosity.
wait?
I just want to see. I'm curious.
Oh, no, stop that.
That when
Stop that. Give us your username and password,
Right.
and we're going to change the password, and only Liz will have access to it now.
and then I'll know, but I won't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was a kid, I used to, if I knew it was, a birthday present or a Christmas present my parents were giving me, I would slit the tape open and
And
look.
you would look.
And that was-
spoil the surprise.
But now I hate spoiled surprises. And I'm like, Ninja, don't look.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know who's getting it, or not who's getting you what, but what you're getting.
Yeah. You're welcome for the vacuum cleaner. She says she doesn't know, right? You don't see who gives you what, right?
No.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But did the tongs come
That
over?
thing.
Okay.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Ninja, who is our morning show producer, getting married in April, already knows what she's getting on the registry.
I don't get like that for myself personally. My daughter did the same thing, and she would say, "Well, I know I'm getting this. Then why go to the shower? Like, why are we, having the shower?"
She's already got a vacuum. What else you have?
I got a toaster.
Toaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, toaster and some shower curtains.
Got curtains. Wait a minute. Is this the one you told us about that your grandparents got you?
My aunt and uncle. got
Aunt and
it
uncle.
for
What?
us.
Tell the note. Tell about the note.
So there was a note in the package, and it said, "May God shower you with many blessings."
Look at that.
I like that.
Isn't
That is
cool?
so cute.
They're awesome aunts and uncles.
Yeah, my daughter, now on the flip side of that, my daughter got a present for her wedding shower, and it was sent to her, no card, no return address, no note, no nothing. It's a vase from Tiffany.
Oh.
Yeah, like, pish posh kind of a thing.
Well, who gave it?
We have no idea. I asked,
Still?
I went on social media and said, we want to be able to send a thank you note, like, who sent this? Who is this from? No one has owned up to it. So no idea where this vase came from.
They just got married in 2020, right?
They did, yes.
Going on 2 years. 2 years.
2 years, I know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Don't
Still
know.
don't know.
That sounds like a lot of money.
A Tiffany vase, this one in particular, because I looked it up, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like $250. And I mean, that's a nice,
Where'd she
nice gift.
put it?
She has it on display in their apartment. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm always
Use
like,
it?
I don't think they
Flowers?
put flowers in it. I
Nothing,
think they
huh?
just,
Okay.
I've asked to borrow it, but
If you gave it, please own up to it.
let me know.
Own up now. Okay, so Linda's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Linda?
Oh, when I got married, I checked the registry all the time
Why?
because I wanted to know what I was getting.
Okay, so what'd you get?
Lots of China.
Ooh, nice.
My mom didn't want me to register for China, but my mother-in-law said that was the only way I was going to get all my China, so she was right. So I got lots of China.
When you found out you were getting it, could you use it?
Liz, to be honest with you, I probably used my China twice. I've been married for 30 years. Yes, it's pretty in their cabinet.
What didn't you get that you wanted?
We pretty much got everything on our registry.
There wasn't something, because I know some people put something just outlandish, just in case.
Yeah, but we put a microwave. We got a microwave. We got a washer and dryer. We were lucky. We got pretty much everything we wanted.
You guys are great friends.
Well, no, my mother-in-law worked for NC State, so all the professors and stuff pretty much got us our big gift.
Ah,